Colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in the U.S., and March is the month to spread awareness. Dr. Saxe from Dayton Gastro is here with how you can spread awareness and help save lives. Welcome, Dr. Saxe.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here. So, I want to start by saying really anyone can be diagnosed with colorectal cancer, correct?
Absolutely. I refer to it as an equal opportunity offender. And so men, women, typically more common as we get older, but it can come at younger ages as well.
Okay. So. There are some folks that are at more of a risk for it. There are certain population segments, et cetera. What are those?
So we talk about age,
okay.
And so typically over the age of 50, and
okay.
That's when we recommend starting screening.
All right.
In some people that have family histories of either colorectal cancer or
okay.
of adenomatous polyps of the colon, they are at increased risk. And then African Americans have an increased risk, and so we typically recommend screening 5 years earlier than we do
okay.
in other populations.
Speaking of screening, that's really the big message that you want to get out with March being the awareness month, that it can be preventable with screenings.
Well, fortunately, we have a cancer that we can prevent in many cases,
yeah.
and we have a tool to do that. Most cancers, we don't have those screening tools, and they're not effective, but
sure.
in colorectal cancer, we do.
Now, if you have been screened, you know the process. Maybe you were screened a long time ago. The processes have changed a bit and made things much more comfortable, much easier for your patients. If you would talk about that.
Well, typically, we're referring to colonoscopy, and that's what we know as being our best way of screening for the disease. And so it's something that is often embarrassing for patients.
Sure.
They often have fear, and it has gotten easier. The preparation for the procedure is easier, the sedation has improved over the years, and really it's less time away from work or other activities for folks. So it's not a pleasant task that we all want to do, but it's something that's very helpful, and we encourage it.
And as you mentioned, it can be preventable if you get screened. And some people, I've heard people saying, the prep work is this and that, but that's changed too. The duration of all of that, it's a shorter process. You're drinking less. You're doing things like that.
Correct. It's a shorter process. You're drinking less at one time. So it has gotten better. And again, it's anything that we can do to make it better is obviously something that we try to change year to year.
Yeah. Something that you're doing now is the no ands, ifs, or buts about it, the race, the 5K. That's what we're calling it anyway.
Yes.
But tell us about the race and how people can get involved.
Well, the no buts about it race is it's a run walk, basically.
Yeah.
So it is an event to promote screening. And we often have people that give testimony and people that have had screened and had their cancers diagnosed and cured. It is coming up on March 19th
okay.
as part of this month of colon cancer awareness. And so we encourage everyone to come out and participate. They can sign up through our website, which is nobutsaboutit.org.
I like that.
And yes, and we get lots of comments on the name.
Yeah.
And so again, that's coming up. The race is at 9 a.m. and you can register right up to race day.
And we have 8 a.m. on the screen. Is that registration at 8 and the race kicks off at 9? Just
correct.
Wanted to clarify.
The race kicks off at 9, and I believe actually the registration starts at 7:30.
Perfect. Again, nobutsaboutit.org if you want more information, or if you want to go see Dr. Saxe, DaytonGastro.com. They're located in Beaver Creek. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Again, thanks
so
for having me.
Thank you for all you do in the community.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Zach.